All right, welcome everyone to the Tuesday afternoon Advocate News Meeting. I'm editor and publisher Chris Cobbler. With me as always, to my left.
I'm Becky Cooper, managing editor.
And to my right.
Radio silent expert Tony Belandrin, the city editor.
And behind the camera, our executive producer,
Thomas Martinez.
All right, so let us know what you think of the stories we're working on. Any suggestions you have for stories we should be working on. That's why we come on every weekday to hear from you. I'll pull up the video so I can see what you have to say. I'll type in hello, and you type in hello, and that's how the game is played. It's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood, I would say, too. I was just telling Stephen McKinney that. I said, we have great weather here, like 6 months out of the year. So great.
Except for weekends.
So when it's raining.
And
but
cold.
Great weather for pedestrians, bicyclists, all that. If you had streets and trails that were friendly to them, accommodate them. But we got a trivia question, get you warmed up and thinking. What does the psychological term cute aggression refer to? I didn't even know.
Acute or cute?
No, just cute, not acute, just cute. So I don't even know this term existed, honestly. You ever heard that psychological term?
You make people laugh while you're being nasty.
Cute aggression, yeah.
It
It's like
refers
passive aggression.
to a kitty cat.
Cute, kitty cat who claws you. Cute
Aggressive.
aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah, make people laugh. while you're-
Typo. Typo's a cute.
I have
cute
no idea.
aggressiveness.
Anybody out there? Let me know. We'll answer the question at the end of the show here. But we just had Kate join us. How are you, Kate? Thanks for tuning in. We've got, of course, in the news, nationally, internationally, the follow-up on Notre Dame and what's left of it, right? And how they're going to rebuild it.
Did you go inside?
Yeah, we did. We were there in 2004. We pulled out our photo album from our trip, which is, I was thinking, that was only a few years before the iPhone, 2004, like 3 years. And I'm looking at, we did prints of our, because you had to, and we put them all in a photo album, and Paula did a nice little job with a little Eiffel Tower photo album on the cover, and I sat there and said, man, the photos are so much better if you use your iPhone, because using an old camera, you don't know how good the photo is. You take a bunch, and then you see how they get developed and what turns out. And there were a few good pictures in there, but there weren't a lot. But Notre Dame was a cool. I mean, that's where you go in Paris. We went there, and the Eiffel Tower, and
the Louvre.
The Louvre, of course, and the Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe there, and we went out to Versailles, which is outside of Paris.
Pronunciation.
Yeah.
I could never pronounce that.
And, that's what
like
16 hours of French got me, I guess.
Freedom.
But
surprised that the Nazis didn't bomb it.
But Notre Dame with the gargoyles and everything, and picture Paula next to the gargoyles, and it's a beautiful place. And just to think about it being 800 years old and surviving World War I, World War II, and apparently a construction accident burns it to the ground. How do you think that construction worker comes out whoever did that? They were doing construction when we were there in 2004 too. So I mean, I'm sure it's sort of ongoing work you do.
It started in 11. They started construction in 1153, 1163.
Yeah. Well,
and it took them. I heard it took them like 200 years to finish the thing.
Oh, I can believe it.
And
yeah, we walked up and up the stairs, and it was cool. You ever been there?
No.
Is it one of the towers you walk up, or?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, you walk up to the top, and you're up where the gargoyles are. That's where we got pictures, and into the cathedral, of course. And
is it just walk-in free, or did it charge? They charge?
Well, I think it was free. I think.
And you made a donation.
I think. I'm not positive on that part, but I think it was just a donation.
Now they have artifacts in there that
Yeah.
I was just learning about. I mean, just watching TV last night about the crown of thorns.
Mm-hmm. Which somebody raced in to save. I guess they saved quite a few.
This is the crown that
I think Jesus
wore, and also there were some of the nails that were used to crucify him are there.
Oh, they can just get more at the hardware store.
Oh, yes.
Rust them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make them look a little weathered.
It burned the rust off. What was it?
But you said the Gold Cross survived?
Well, the guy on CNN, he was talking about all the artifacts in there and saying they haven't had word from the French authorities whether it's something survived. But there's a picture of, you can see all the charred interior, and there's a light shining, it's illuminated somehow, this gold cross that seems unblemished, but the photographer was far away from it though. But it just stood out in the charred remains.
What if it's all
Very
part
symbolic.
of a big Ocean's 8 scam? We watched that over the weekend. And so all the priceless artifacts were now duplicated or whatever.
That's it. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Oh, the spire though was built in the last century. It wasn't originally part of the architecture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said the spire and the gargoyles were not originally part of the structure.
The gargoyle's been around a long time. I know that, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. But it's like that when we did visit Europe in 2004. You'd go to these places and they would tell you these stories about their origins, and it would be built over centuries. You know, the construction was like, so things would be added. Well, this isn't original to the church or whatever, but it's 600 years old. But it's not original to the.
That's just 600 years old.
Right.
Wow.
You know, there's a huge cathedral in Harlem, St. John the Divine, that's been going on. They've been, it's been almost 100 years. It's still doing repairs too. I mean, they finished the construction and then they start repairing it again.
You see these structures in Europe and think about, it's so incredible that they could build it with the technology they had, the tools they had then, that they could just pull it off. Well, like the Great Pyramids for that matter, that kind of thing. Like, how did they do that?
We went
Making a brick, man.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Hasn't changed over centuries.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't-
gotta
you
have a
can't
way to
really-
carry it.
You see
Yeah.
pictures of it on fire
And engineer it.
everything, but you really don't appreciate its size until you see people in front of it and see the scale that it is. There was somebody, Mike was on Twitter last night. He was showing me this picture of this woman taking a picture in front of it just an hour before the flames started. And there was this guy playing with this little girl, and she's trying to find the man and his child so she can give him the picture on Twitter.
It'd be an interesting story to localize. What's the oldest church in this area, and how did they build it, and when did they build
Is
it?
it St. Mary's?
St. Mary's is the oldest church in
Is it?
Victoria.
You know,
Yeah.
Victoria.
Yeah, but I don't know about the whole crossroads.
How old
Yeah.
is it? 100+ years?
It was here before the city was a city.
So it's
1846,
before,
yeah.
city was 1826, right?
26.
Uh,
That's pretty old.
that's pretty old.
Yeah, I remember reading that about St. Mary's being the oldest in
Kind of an
the city.
interesting look at some of the older church structures.
Well, you know, it was probably built with the Saudi deli.
The deli and the church, bro.
The deli and the church, which came first.
Alright,
We went to St. Mark's Cathedral when we were in Venice this summer. It was
Yeah.
beautiful still.
I'll bet.
Yeah. All the
Well, I've
ornaments.
not been to Venice yet, so you got me on that one. That's on my list for sure.
You need to go. Everybody needs to go.
Yeah.
But I was telling Tom or Meredith and Becky that there are these two fashion mogul families in France that together, well, one of them donated 100 million
That's right.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and then the other family's like, we're donating 200 million. So that already they have 200. Well, they have it in euros, but the equivalent of $300 million.
Well, that's the poll question. Would you donate to help rebuild Notre Dame? Or would you call it, is it Notre Dame or Notre Dame? That's our poll question.
I've heard a lot of pronunciations of Notre Dame.
I think it's Notre Dame here in the United States, university. Over there, I think it's Notre Dame.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what the name means.
Hey,
Maybe
Kitty.
somebody
How
will
are
help.
you?
In French, it would be Notre Dame, I think. Anyway, but closer to home news, we have Jessica Priest going out to cover the debate with the Calhoun Port Authority candidates. Should be lively at 6 p.m. today.
Be interesting to see who.
What was it today?
Yeah, today. So, will a photographer be out there?
Do we have to?
I hope everybody
hire
read the Sunday
security?
story.
Do we have to hire
Sunday-
security for her?
Yeah.
No, she'll be fine.
Sunday story was very good. Had very good feedback from a variety of people on that story. Had a good chat with Trey Rusham last night. I haven't really talked to him much before. He was at this event.
What event were you in?
It's Yamato ribbon cutting thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a good chat. Well, we'll see how this story comes together before we talk about it. But we're also looking on a story about a possible new retail business coming to town, so stay tuned for that. And in sad news, we've got posted already, and we're adding information about a 20-year-old Yoakum woman who's killed in a one-car wreck on FM 318 between Yoakum and Sweet Home. Hate to hear about someone that young, or anybody for that matter, in a car wreck. Then city council meeting tonight, talking about the Vine Street speed limit and about annual audit. Of course, we've got our Easter photo contest going on. Want to just be sure we mention Charlene's Gifts as a business given a $25 gift certificate for that.
That is in the blurb now, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't on our
Okay.
social media probably,
Oh.
but make sure it's there. And Good Living, Catherine Pope this week or Dennis?
It's Catherine Pope, and she writes about Baja shrimp tacos.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Mm.
You don't want Baja shrimp tacos?
I'm
Alright.
not a shrimp guy.
Not
Well,
a shrimp guy.
The shrimp
be
tacos.
such a crustacean.
Chili has shrimp tacos. And yes, the shrimp tacos idea I'm not opposed to.
I love shrimp.
But there are other things that. Anyway, sorry.
Shrimp tacos or fish tacos are good too.
I still think about the time I went to Mazatlan many years ago, more than 30 years ago. And
Right after the cathedral.
no, it was a much cheaper trip.
Oh.
Mazatlan was pretty discounted. And
Was there beer involved?
and we went to this little restaurant where they had shrimp right off the boat. Mazatlan's a shrimp port, and they had them all different shrimp and different shells with different sauces on each shrimp. It was so good. It was so awesome. I was like, wow, it's sort of like that experience eating shrimp there was sort of like when I first had clam chowder on the East Coast and went, oh, this is how it's supposed to taste. It's like that, and then oh, no wonder I didn't like it out of a can in Kansas growing up. Huh, okay.
Or gumbo in Louisiana.
Yeah, certain food. It reminds me of the first time I had fresh squeezed orange juice on the side of a road in Florida. Like, oh, this is what orange juice. I didn't. It's not Tang. This is weird. That was. I was like, oh, yeah. So it's sort of revelations of food. Or the time I had a cheese plate in Paris.
It was real cheese.
It was a real cheese.
Or a real pizza.
And a different
Oh, that's
cheese with each, thing you're eating, and they talk about the cheese. It was very cool. Very cool. Yeah. And
You should write the food column.
well, I actually when talking to Terry Bishop yesterday, he's a friend of Dennis. He said we both agreed what a great job Dennis does with his food column, and Catherine column too. Then in sports, and I'm not a food writer. We've got a story on East versus King in softball, and we got area track in Goliad. And St. Joe, the coach there, is going for a 600th win, which is incredible. I don't think we spelled his name right here on the budget
It
line,
should
did
be
we?
SH, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'll make sure the budget doesn't find its way into print. But that's great. If he can, awesome if we make it to 600. And UHV baseball is playing St. Edwards. UHV softball is playing Texas Southern. And let's see what else is going on. We got Spurs Nuggets tonight. Tom starts at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Game
Who won
one
the
or
first
two?
game?
Game 2. Spurs did.
What happened? Your Nuggets are supposed to be good this year.
They are. No rebound.
They rebound. Okay, you're not worried?
Well, the only thing I was worried about is they have no playoff experience, and if you know the NBA, it's a completely different season when the postseason rolls around.
Yeah, that's true.
So how bad do you have to be to not make the playoffs?
there's 16 teams that make the playoffs, and there's 30, so about 50% of the league doesn't.
Half the teams make the playoffs. It's a screwy deal.
Mhm.
What percentage of teams in the NFL make the playoffs now? It's not
There's
half.
still 12 out of 30,
Yeah.
almost half, not
Almost.
quite.
No, go ahead. Yeah, well, they expanded it too. It still seems like a lot. Even college basketball, 64 is still not half of the college basketball programs out there.
There's 300 Division I programs,
Yeah.
college basketball.
Yeah, so that's a percentage that makes somewhat more sense. Even expanding it from 32 back to 64 does seem reasonable.
But even with that, still only have about really
Yeah.
maybe 30 teams that have a real good chance of even making it to the
Yeah, the Final Four.
16.
Yeah.
Even, you know.
Yeah. But Tech got in there all the way to the championship
Yeah.
game. So you never know. Never know who gets hot. But in the state news, it was an interesting story about Texas and disaster preparedness out of the Texas Tribune. We'll have to look at that story. I didn't see a lot else yet. The State Digest is not on there. Other than Notre Dame, is there anything big nationally, internationally to talk about that you saw, Tony?
No, I think the Mueller report is Thursday.
Thursday?
The
Or
redacted
version.
Yeah, let's do Thursday.
Yeah. All right.
And already, Democrats are saying they're not going to believe
The redacted version.
is going to be truly representative of the full report.
With all those reporters in DC, I just can't believe that one of them hasn't gotten their hand on the full report.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. I believe. I guess the person who would turn it over would be breaking the law, but publishing it
It's not. That's
It's
been
not.
well established
by
law.
the
Pentagon Papers, yeah.
Well, you don't have to say what your source is.
Yeah,
where
but the
you got
person
it.
who leaked it to you can certainly be.
But the person or the reporter who receives it though could probably be in a world of trouble because they might jail that person.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Here's the picture I was talking about. Let me
Was
see.
Notre Dame,
Yeah. Well, I'll call it.
but can anybody see that picture? Oh yeah. Show that to the. That's quite a picture.
I don't know if you can do that.
Can they see that?
Not really.
Probably a glare.
There's a little bit of a glare. Wow,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But if nobody I've seen yet, if I missed your comments, we'll try to answer them afterwards. But the trivia question is again, what does the psychological term cute aggression refer to? We've had the guess of joking when you're mean to somebody, and the joke of what was the other one?
Kitty cat.
A kitty cat who claws you.
See, there's the scale.
But-
I was talking about.
Oh yeah, it's a huge structure.
That's just one of the
But-
colors.
It is a reaction to excessive cuteness, i.e. a puppy, kitten, or a baby, that includes a minor violent impulse. When
Whoa.
something is so cute that you want to, quote, eat it up or squeeze it to death or, quote, just die, you're experiencing cute aggression.
You know what?
What?
That's
Isn't
about the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
sorry we can see your eye roll on camera. That was a good one, because it's like, those are just expressions. I don't think anybody actually literally thinks they're gonna see a little puppy and actually want to
Squeeze it.
eat it, or squeeze it, or die. So
That's ridiculous.
what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I don't make up the questions. I just ask them from my calendar. And but if you are experiencing cute aggression now, just give Tony a call tonight.
There we go.
At 574-1222. Peace out.